So on April the 16th, 2014, I read about the Seoul story when I was traveling to one of my Korean classes, and the news was reporting everything was fine. And it wasn't until later that day, like even 1 hour, 2 hours after, the news had changed, and the original news had been deleted. And instantly I was confused by that. I didn't know, why the news was deleted or which story was true. So that was the initial thing which kind of made me question the media's involvement in the Seoul story. So after thinking about the project for a while, I contacted Neil, who also had an interest in the Seoul.
Yeah. So initially, very similar to Matt, when I first heard the story, it was very confusing. Nobody really clarifying what was going on. The facts were wrong. And I was working at a media university, and near the media university was the owner of the ferry, had a cult kind of church there. So as every time I was driving to the university to teach, I got stuck in these roadblocks, police searching every car, and it went on for like a couple of months before they eventually found his body. And I was unfortunately too busy to consider making a film at that time. But then when I talked to Matt in early 2016, he mentioned he wanted to make a film about it. So like he said, we got together, we discussed some different options, some different angles. And the film just slowly started to take place. And as we researched more and more, it just grew and grew and grew and grew. There were many different parts to the film that were very difficult. Obviously, the initial getting the family members involved, that took Matt 6-7 months.
That took me the best part of a year to get families involved in this film.
So that was a very challenging moment, and then once we got them on board, we obviously had to expand the film, and as everybody knows, filmmaking is not cheap. So we had to invest some money of our own into making the film. Plus we did a Tumblebug funding campaign, which was great. We received some donations and money for the film, but we still ended up spending a significant amount of money on top of that. And then we came to the stage where we had so much content that we decided actually we can't make one film. It's just not feasible. So we decided that we made the executive decision that we were going to make a second film. So again, we're starting again at the beginning, where we have to look for some money from funding from people, and at the same time we have to keep promoting the first film and marketing the first film and looking for distribution. So it's a never-ending battle.
I guess one of the fundamental messages of the film is we shouldn't take safety standards for granted. Yeah. They should be revised regularly, and people should abide by them.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different messages throughout the whole film. So the big message, obviously, definitely the safety element, the message for the families. These people have been going through hell for the last 3 years, and they still have no answer. That's the bottom line of it. I think it's such an important film for not just Korean people to watch, but like Westerners in America, in Europe, in Australasia, and other parts of Asia. Korea has gone through the last 60, 70 years, they've gone through so much, and they're still going through these other really significant changes. And especially what's happened recently with like Park Geun-hye and the Chae-sun-sil scandal, the Sewol issue, it kind of was becoming a little bit drifted in the public eye, and obviously the Chae-sun-sil scandal came about, and it just made the Sewol issue come back, which was needed. I think it was actually really needed.
I mean, that's the sad fact of what's happened. In 2014, this was a hot issue. 2015, people were still thinking about it. And then by 2016, a lot of people had already started to forget about it, which that's the very sad fact. It's something so big, not just for Korea, but for the rest of the world, regarding safety, that this type of thing shouldn't be forgotten, and it should, something should be done about it.